lot of pressure on Bren ESPORTS right now. Going into the draft, it's BURMESE GHOULS on the boat. Esmeralda taken out. Bren ESPORTS, they get rid of the Diggy. That's a requirement.
Quite an important factor coming in towards the tournament to enter any sort of that team.
This is interesting. Like for Bren ESPORTS, nothing much has changed. BURMESE GHOULS, they ban out the Baksha just because they know that this is not going to be great. Bren ESPORTS has the red side or the first 2 picks.
In game 4, but it looks like they're willing to give up the Yi Shin.
And what Bren ESPORTS can do, like they're just letting them be, and I think that's
Pairing it with a Selena, you still need something that's
probably not, but yeah, I was guessing that they were going to go for you.
So yeah, that's one of the things that Yi Shin gives to his allies. Like if you would go for a double marksman setup with a Yi Shin,
they're gonna have a bad day. Nice pickup by Bren ESPORTS though before going into the second phase of banning.
Probably also Magic Dealers as well. Yep, Alice has been looking backwards. You're out of the zone. Smack, smack, smack.
Well, I do have an opinion called Easy, so this is definitely going to be something that they can look into if they want, but instead they say...
Yeah, he's starving him from heroes overall, and 1-1
Gambit and threaten the win. That's gonna be that from the gold lane. And then one more.
Oh,
you're laughing about a Kai.
I think he's kind of bad right now, but look at the composition that Bren has right now. That's when the BURMESE GHOULS can start abusing a Kai.
And given how these matches go, it's impossible for teams to just change their strategies and their playstyles on the fly.
Yeah.
Both Bren and BURMESE GHOULS want to get that.
against invade lineups. At least.
Is that your read, Butters? Is that your read?
That was actually what I was thinking when we get into towards this game.
All right, well then, game number 5 is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. BURMESE GHOULS versus Bren ESPORTS. Let's get it.
Contra, talk to me more about this invade. What were some of your thoughts about how, defending the invade was going to look like?
Okay, speaking of that invade, right? You just look at the entirety of the lineup. It is about setting up for that blazing duet, and of course, a little bit of an invade coming in from the side of Lusty. Oh boy.
I mean, this is what you would expect when you see a Jawhead, right, Butters?
True.
But you know what? Few here getting jumped by D, and Few
Wait, don't actually die here.
doesn't have the flicker, and that is the opening. That is the opening of a Lunox. If you don't have level 4, then that
So
only...
the scenario here, of course, still having Bren ESPORTS here going for those buffs. It's going to be causing a little tension here. Lusty gets bursted. As you can see, Kit is now 2-1-0 with Missile Arrow, really sniping him down.
Kid is so good at keeping Bren
Missile
ESPORTS.
Arrows, he's just as good as dead.
Okay, first first turtle fight, Kid goes down.
And it's going to be the engagement coming in from the side of Bren ESPORTS. Great, perfect pick as they connect that Missile Arrow, but they jump the gun, and this is where
Bren ESPORTS utilizing that Jawhead to do the same play.
Yeah, and now BURMESE GHOULS is getting invaded once again. Kid tries to look for that to catch, but here comes a little bit of defense coming in from Maybe. Tries to make sure that he's always in the front, soaking all the damages. And Diamond Force already popped up. Not enough to survive out of this 2v1 down bot.
Wait, what is going on? Why is Kid still level 3? Maybe just hit level 4. Did Kid... Oh, looks like Kid just needs to get a little bit off of the Little Wanderer. It should be level 4. Yep, hits level 4 now. Maybe trying to make the play. Here comes... Oh, no. He is just caught down right now.
Oh, he's alive!
He's alive! No way! This time! No way! The Quicksand guard kept him alive! And now D, he's trying to finish him up, but he's by time Repo! He makes it out! No way! No way!
Insane! Can we get a replay on that? He just outplayed.
It has to be an executional misplay, right? They literally were on top of him. Once again, the whirlwind is going to get on towards you. Buddy Kid gets ejected backwards, and that's going to be the end of Selena almost instantaneously. Bren, can you feel their blood pumping? I can feel the momentum coming out of these boys.
I just feel that having a break gives this player
boosted up with that. And speaking of which, it's going to be the turtle taken by Bren ESPORTS again. Going for a dive. They have managed to catch out Maybe. And this is going to be the ejector on towards Kid. How far can you run, Kid? Make your way out because they're coming for you. Now Ace forcing out a flicker.
But the thing is, Bren Esports has been more responsive and more reactive to what BURMESE Schools does.
I mean, those executional misplays could be a problem here as D is trying to lock down Rebo once more. Maybe he's walking up close, but again, here comes the Raging Sandstorm. He gets hit by the Missile Arrow. Kid should be able to secure this one. No way they're going to let him live again. Not going to make the second mistake again as RubyDD coming in with the Xamarin Force. Going to be pushing on forward, and the Yi Shin taking away and invading that purple buff here. But on top side, once again, it's going to be Flapteezy who's going to be locked down. And D, no! He actually gets him able to proc the passive and few. He's going to be on the run, but Lusty, even though he's there on the fight, it's a 2v3 situation.
Quite a lot of upset over the top side. They have managed to turn things around. And speaking of which, Ejector on towards D. He's running for his life, but this is definitely going to be a goner for the side of BURMESE Goals to try to rescue him in that sort of sense. So they have to give him up. Now, 4 versus 5 on this turtle.
Honestly, it should be going to some other person. Hopefully that doesn't bite them in the butt later on into the game. But for now, it's like, yay, okay. You've got the Athena shield. I don't mind tanking a couple of Abyssal Arrows.
Yeah. Kid is throwing those arrows. He's hitting those arrows. But the problem is, Lusty is just always in his...
Oh! Punish!
Like that?
Again! Unstoppable Force as well! The Xamarin Force is going to be popped out of the Blazing Duet coming in from Ace, but Ace is kind of big here. He can't finish them off. Now RubyDD is going to be the onslaught to try and push them down. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out. It's a 2-for-2 trade. It's looking real good. Can they get another one? Flapteezy jumps off the wall to try and pull through it. He catches him off. Ace still with the orange buff. This is going to be huge. Oh
my! Trying to catch either Kid or at times maybe because he's the first target that you see most of the time, right? So making sure that you don't have Hurricane Dance when you need it the most is going to be very vital.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the Hurricane Dance is a huge spell, but the Mountain Chakra coming out from Bren Esports' side, really smart stuff, especially when they're taking Turtle. BURMESE Ghouls, they want to go in, but only when it's inconspicuous. Baby, he jumps on in with a 1000-pounder and now forces out Lusty into that corner with the Hurricane Dance, forcing out the fight. Ruby Kid is going down. Ace already coming in with the Blazing Duet. It's not going to be enough. He does get the Golden Staff, but the rest of the team, Bren is on the run. Can they turn this around? He turns it and tries to go. Kid gets on top of him. The Xamarin Force have been working out perfectly well, and they catch them out again. Kid, this Wonder Kid landing every important Abyssal Arrow yet.
What did we tell them about, not going in for the jungle invade, but Rebo now going for the catch as well. He's trying to pick up RubyDD. This is gonna look pretty bad because Bren Esports loses another one, leaving only Flapteezy behind.
A ton of damage already hitting level 15 on top of that.
You know what? Ace has his own items as well, and in terms of damage output, he has an AoE. Lusty.
And it's going to mount the Shankar being used and expanded immediately. Reply with the Hurricane Dance as well, pinning him down towards the wall. Here comes Flapteezy trying to actually pop out that Electo into play. But my goodness, there's a split push coming on from the side of D. As BURMESE Goals, they're tearing out some of all these members to different parts of the map. But Rebo now in the middle of it all. It's going to be Abyssal Arrow trying to connect towards the side of Bren Esports. Flapteezy, he does get a lot of damage out towards the side of Ace, but Ace walks away alive. But still, D is on the back. They might
fight, but he's got to believe that Flapteezy is able to pull this out, because at the end of the day, Flapteezy's job is to make sure they don't lose side objectives when these fights occur. He clears faster than the Yuzong. He rotates faster than the Yuzong every single time.
True enough, but speaking of buying time here, it's going to be maybe it being that sort of the non-value target that is always bugging the back lines or the front lines of the side of Bren Esports, and Emily buying time for this Lord, and it will be BURMESE Goals that gets it in the way. Flicker being popped there from the side of Lusty. Ace goes in for the Blazing Duet. They get that ping on towards the Giant, but look at maybe. He does lose a lot of health, but Flapteezy coming in to cut right through. RubyDD tries to turn this one around. Flapteezy has to make a way to Ash right out, but the rest of Bren Esports, they're slowly being wiped away.
Oh my goodness, BURMESE Ghouls. They're so good with these reinitiations. The counter engage, they go for a fake back, then Bren Esports chases. BURMESE Ghouls just surprises them by pushing forward as well.
I mean, Bren, they are getting hot-headed here. They are
really being pretty much close proximity. It might just be a pick right here. Brilliants have already been popped coming from the Lunox, but maybe trying to force the issue right now. Bren Esports respecting the dives, and Lusty gets caught out. Flickers away, but still having Ace picking him off. It's a mega kill for the Yuzong. 2 members down, and man, Bren Esports needs to defend for their lives right now.
And honestly, maybe is doing a really good job acting as a threat. Flapteezy is going to clear up the waves as soon as he can, but now RubyDD is getting into that backline, drops that Salmon Force, gets that free kill, and Bren, they just got to let this one escape here. 10 more seconds till Lusty comes back up, but wait, there is no wave. Oh no! It's going to be Flapteezy who's going to get caught out here, stuck against the wall.
Oh!
That's going to be GG. Burmese Ghouls take the 5th round.
Burmese Ghouls at match point, and they are feeling good about this. They feel confident. You can hear them screaming. It's there. One more game for Burmese Ghouls. Just one more game.
They need that championship point in hand, and oh my goodness, they are sitting pretty and just needing that few more steps in towards the finish line. And Leo, honestly, is it signs that Bren Esports are losing a lot of energy to cross that hurdle?
I don't know if it's frustration, if it's fatigue, if it's just the way that they play. They're not used to battle of attrition like this.